Because a lot of times I don't have,
Mm-hmm.
and I think women probably think I'm gay. I get off more on just really laughing. Like, cause laughing is so good to
Mm-hmm.
laugh, and it's a real laugh.
And truth be told, whenever you have something in excess, it's not going to feel as good. I don't think people understand that. They think, like, especially people who don't have money, right? And I felt like I believed this for a very long time when I didn't have money. You think that you look at the people who have money and you look at them like, man, they have an endless amount. They have an endless supply or endless access to basically access to pleasure all the time. I didn't even word that right. I hate when I do that. They basically have complete access to as much pleasure as they want. And you would think that having that much access to pleasure, whether it be good food, beautiful women that want you, you know what I'm saying, traveling, doing all these type of things, you would think that unlimited access to pleasure is what's going to make you happy when in reality, you only got about so much dopamine in your body in order to feel good in the first place. So a lot of times, you ever wonder why these rich people be getting depressed and stuff like that when they get a whole bunch of money? You ever wonder why? Like, how are you depressed? You got all this money. It's because it don't matter how much money you got. You only got about a certain amount of dopamine in your body. You only got about a certain amount of dopamine in your body. What does that mean? You have a certain pool of dopamine. And every single time, dopamine is a feel good chemical in your body when you do something. Say you know what I'm saying? Like, say you accomplish a goal and you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Say you shoot a jump shot, you make it over people, and then the crowd cheers you on, you feeling good. It's the feel good chemical. You can get dopamine, I wouldn't recommend it, but through smoking, through exercising, through eating good food, through sex. That feeling of feeling good, but you only have a certain amount. It's almost like energy. You only have a certain amount of energy at the beginning of the day. By the end of the day, you need to go to sleep to replenish that energy and wake back up. Same thing with dopamine. Dopamine has to be replenished. It's reusable, or in a sense, or it basically rejuvenates itself or re-energizes itself. But you need to rest for that. But what I'm saying is, you think that by having endless access to sex, food, all these different types of things, you're gonna be happier. No, because think about this. Once you have all the access, you have sex with 5 different women that want you that day. They want you. You have sex with 5 women. You eat all the good food. You do all this thing. At the end of the day, you can find yourself depressed because after that high is gone, it's only all you can go is low. There's really nowhere else to go until you go to sleep and replenish it back up. That's why you ever heard of a dopamine fast or a break from dopamine. Basically, these phones and what's his name? Dr. Andrew Huberman talks about this. I learned pretty much most of this from him. When you first go on your phone and you're looking at Instagram or TikTok or whatever or YouTube and stuff like that, that first video you feel good. It's like you watching it, you enjoying it. After like the third or fourth or fifth video, or maybe the first hour or second or third hour, you could be looking at good videos, but it don't hit the same. Now you have the same action, but it just ain't hitting like it was hitting before. It ain't feeling good how it was feeling good before. You see what I'm saying? And that's why people have to understand that it's riches is not what's going to make you happy. Should you acquire and strive for it? Yes. But it's not going to make you happy because naturally, pretty much you only have about a certain amount that you can feel good. That even makes any sense. So I think the best thing to do as a solution, because I like to always provide solutions. The best solution is to in the way to, like, somebody might be asking, like, okay, so if you only have a certain amount of supply of feel good that you can feel that day, then what do? You know what makes life feel good? It's not just indulging in pleasures all the time, hedonism. What makes life feel good is really a balance, but really having challenges and accomplishing goals. If you sit around and watch your favorite movies all day, every single day, and I used to think like this when I used to work. I used to work a lot. Like, I would probably get like one day off a week. And I used to just dream of the day where I could just take like a whole week off because I used to work these little putt-putt jobs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had no career type job, so like they never gave me like vacation time off. I never experienced that. So like I used to be like, I wonder what it's like to just have 3 days off of work and just to be able to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then COVID-19, then the quarantine thing happened, and I realized, okay, this ain't fun at all. You know what I mean? Like, challenges, like Having things that challenge you make life good. Having family and friends around you that love you and you love them and you can laugh with, like Yachty was saying, that's what makes you feel good. Yes, sex makes you feel good as well, but you need to have a balance of both. You need to be able to work for something and then reward yourself at the end, or work for something and then experience the pleasure at, like, you need both. If you always got pleasure all the time, pleasure ain't gonna feel as good. You need some challenge. You need to go to the gym, work out. You need to do things that's just challenging or scary, or you see what I'm saying? Like, you need a little discomfort in your life. Take a cold shower. I did that this morning. I felt great. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna be honest with you. This morning, I woke up feeling like low key like depressed. The feeling of depression. I wasn't depressed. I felt the feeling of depression. Felt low key depressed, and I was like, man. And I didn't want to take a cold shower, but I knew I needed more testosterone in my body because, you know, that's what it does. It helps me. Like, by the way, if you take a cold shower, then try this. Take a cold shower. Go to the gym afterwards. I guarantee you, I ain't gonna say guarantee, but when I do that, when I lift weights, I can lift heavier. I don't know if it's like a surge well, it is a surge of like dopamine and everything else going on through your body, but it's the endorphins, it's the testosterone, it's the, you know, it's a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's true. Like, sex can get boring. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a rich millionaire. He just has too much pleasure, bro. Way too much pleasure. And so that's why I love people like Joe Rogan and these different types of people who, no matter, like David Goggins, Joe Rogan, no matter how much riches they have, they're rich. They tell you, I don't know about David Goggins, but Joe Rogan for sure says this, like, life feels better when you challenge yourself every day. You know what I'm saying? When you put yourself through discomfort and exercise and work out hard and do things that's uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? Like, because when you're rich like that, you have to simulate that for yourself, because you, like, the average person don't have to simulate that for themselves because their life is already like boring, or they don't like their life because they got to go to a job they don't like and all these different extra things. But for rich people like that, they have to put themselves through those type of simulations of, and what I mean by simulations, I'm talking about like just putting themselves through a cold ice bath and working out excessively hard when they don't have to because they're super rich. But they realize, like, when they live a life like that, it feels way better than when they're just indulging in pleasures all the time. So yeah.